Welcome back to Al's Kitchen, and it's another Throwback Friday. This week I'm showing you my #1 all-time curry. This is the one that comes to mind when people ask me, Al, what's your favourite curry? Al, what curry would you recommend? Now, I love lamb. I'm sure you do too, but if you don't, you can do this with chicken. This one is the Mughlai Mirchi Gosht. Oh my God. Deep, rich, flavoursome, aromatic, ginger on top. This curry has got the lot. And if you make this for your friends, they're going to think you learned this out of chef's school. Anyway, enough of this. Let's go back to 2021 when I first recorded this video, and we're bringing it back to you. Enjoy the show, Mughlai Mirchi Gosht. Welcome back to Al's Kitchen. Another week, another video, another banger. This week, something different, something new. So last week I thought I want to make an authentic style curry, no base gravy. You know, just so you can make curry really quickly for all the family. A minimum of 4 people, you might squeeze 5 or 6 out of this dish. And I went to the drawing board and I wrote down all the ingredients I know and love to make a most tasty curry. This one's called a Mughlai Mirchi Gosht. So what does this mean? So Mughlai, coming from the Mughlai Empire, ruling India from the 1400s to the 1800s, where they created really aromatic, spicy dishes where the gravies or the curries were really rich and very tasty. So that's the style of this curry today. So remember, Mughlai Mirchi Gosht. Mirchi, just chili, Mirchi's chilies, and Gosht is meat or flesh. Today we're using lamb. I hope you've tried out my last curry. It's really doing well on YouTube. Gone over 10,000 hits already in about 10 days. Fantastic return. Just want to get the curries out there. So quite a lot of spices going on in this one today. But I'm sure if you're a spiceaholic like I am, you've got them all in your cupboard and it won't be too hard for you to obtain them. So I'm going to go over the ingredients for this Mughlai Mirchi Gosht. Get it rolling on your tongue. And but before I do, let you know what I'm drinking. Well, I'm still on the Stella. Just poured myself a nice pint from my Perfect Draft machine. Get out of my pub. I've got the Stella keg in there. Last week I was trying Dark Arts stout because I'm a Guinness drinker. I love a Guinness. I'm half a keg down on that one and I'm half a keg down on this one. And I mean, probably tastes better than the pubs these do. Crisp, light and refreshing. Right, so let's go on to the ingredients here. So here we have half a teaspoon of smoked paprika, just so we can get some smoky flavours going in there. And here, half a teaspoon of cumin. Here we have 1 teaspoon of chilli powder. That's a medium to mild chilli powder, and 1 teaspoon of turmeric. Here I have 2 tablespoons of coriander powder and 2 tablespoons of garam masala. Now if you're making your own spices, that's even better. So if you've got the time and you want to roast them out, grind them down, this dish is going to get even better. So onto our whole spices. We have 4 green cardamoms here. Crack them before they go in so they release all the flavour from the seeds. And again, to add to the smokiness, I'm adding 1 black cardamom. In a lot of places these aren't as easy to get, but if you can get them, they're really nice, really fragrant. I mean, you can smell the smokiness on these. We have 2 teaspoons of salt, 1 teaspoon of tomato puree. I have 2 tablespoons of garlic and ginger paste, 2 tablespoons of Greek yogurt, or you can use natural yogurt. I have 1 super duper massive bay leaf. But if you haven't got a bay leaf, don't worry, it's not a deal breaker. And I have a piece of cinnamon here. Actually, this is cassia bark. You can use either cinnamon or cassia, and it's about the length of my finger. Right, I've got some vegetable oil here, and it's very important you have 1 pint of water. This curry is only going to contain 1 pint of water, so this makes it really easy to measure out. Right, we're going to have some fresh coriander to garnish, also some ginger, which I haven't got out yet. I'm going to make some ginger julienne, and that's going to go on at the end. And here I have 1 kilo of lean lamb's leg. This is diced lamb's leg. And here a mass of onions. So I've got 6 large onions here. Just halve them, slice them. We're going to melt all these down to form our lovely curry gravy in our Mughlai curry. And again, this is according to taste. It really depends on how hot you like your curry. I like to know that I'm eating a curry, so I don't want it really mild like a stew. So I've got, as well as the chili powders, I've got 4 green finger chillies here. To be honest, you could put up to 10 green chillies in this to really whack the heat up, because I find that the spice blend that I've put out here in this curry, the final curry just tastes nice and balanced. It's neither hot, a balance of flavours going on in there. I think many people that try this for the first time are going to think that it's a well balanced curry. Right, so let's crack on with the curry. And the first thing we're going to do is warm through our oil. I'm just using regular vegetable oil here. I'm also posting lots of stuff on the Secret Curry Club on Facebook. So go check out the Secret Curry Club and share all your wisdom and whatever you've got with lots of other people. Got well over 50,000 group members on there. Go check them out. Well, this is going to take a bit of time, because what we want to do is we really want to brown down these onions. Not golden, brown them down. And that could take up to about 15-20 minutes, but it's well worth it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to brown these onions down and I'm going to get back to you. Okay, so I'm about 5 minutes in, and what I want you to do is add half the salt. So this is just so we can draw some of the moisture out of the onions and really produce like a concentrated flavour within the onions while we're sweetening them down. Perseverance. Okay, so these have been cooking down for around 20 minutes and they're nice and golden. Some of the onions are brown. Absolutely magic. So what we're going to do now is put in our lamb. Just put all of the lamb in. I mean, if you've got time on your hands and you want to brown the lamb down first, go ahead and do that. I mean, you'll add some extra flavour, but there's no need to. You still produce an amazing curry. Okay, so we're just going to cook this out for 2 minutes. I mean, you're so going to be thanking me for this. This is such an amazing curry. The flavours are just tremendously beautiful. I mean, if you're a curry lover, I've just got a funny feeling this is going to be the only curry you're going to be cooking for the foreseeable future. Let's brown that down. So what I'm going to do now is put in the tin of Tom's. I'm using Sirio brand. I've mentioned it in previous videos. Can't beat Sirio. I say Sirio. Someone said, oh, it's pronounced Cirio. Cirio, not Sirio. It's Italian. You need to respect our culture. Which I've just totally not done. And I've been a total dick. Right, so in goes the tomatoes. Let's stir them through. Right, and now we're going to put in the cinnamon and the bay leaf. We're going to put in the ginger and the garlic paste. Some are saying, why didn't you cook that out before? Yeah, you can do. It gets a little bit sticky. I think it increases potential for burning. And now we're going to go in with all the beautiful spices. You can put all these in one bowl for you at home, so you don't have all these tiny little things going on. So let's go in with all those lovely, beautiful spices. Cumin and garam masala. Sorry, that's the coriander powder and the garam masala. Our cracked green cardamoms and the black cardamom. Tomato puree. This gives it a nice richness, the tomato puree. Let's get that in there now. I mean, once you do that part, you're going to smell the most amazing aromatics. Absolutely beautiful. Isn't it funny with curries, the smell, you just never tire of it. I mean, you can tire of eating it. Some of my fans eat a curry every single day, and that's a little bit too much even for me. Right, and now what we're going to do, this is an important part, we're going to add 3/4 of this jug and save a quarter for finishing. So we're going to pour that in, and we're going to leave a 1/4 pint for later on, and you're going to see magic happen later. Right, give that a stir. Give that a nice good stir there, and we're going to put the lid on this, and we're going to cook this for just 1 hour. Obviously check on it halfway through, give it a little stir, but 1 hour. The total cooking time is around, it's a maximum time of 1 hour 45 minutes. That's 1 hour simmer, 30 minutes to reduce down, or we call it bouno the dish, to get all the water out and create a nice thick concentrate. And then for the last 15 minutes we add the water and the yogurt and the last remaining salt and chilli, and that finishes the dish off. Perfecto. I think we should drink to that. Phase 1 completed. Okay, so let's see where we're at. So it's been cooking for 1 hour now, and I'm going to find out how we're getting on. So a lot of the water has reduced down. We've been cooking out all the spices and the onions, and it's looking absolutely amazing. But this is the stage now where we're going to, what they say, bouno the dish, or bunna the dish. And what we're going to do is we're going to turn this up to the highest heat, and we're going to reduce this down. Now a tip, don't be afraid to really reduce this down to make it go really thick. This is where all the flavour is, this is where the concentrate is. This is how we're going to produce an amazing, super delicious curry for everyone. So I'll put this on the highest heat, and now this could take up to 30 minutes. Remember I said 1 hour 45 max, the whole dish. So it's been cooking down for 1 hour, and now I'm going to bouno the dish for up to 30 minutes, separate the oil from the base, and then we'll take it from there. So remember, for this period you want the lid off. We're just going to be reducing it down. The lamb's going to be really nice and tender, and everyone's going to go, oh my god, the lamb's so tender, it's amazing. I mean, I'm tempted to taste it now because the smell is just like absolutely amazing, but I'm just going to hold off. Right, this is the stage also that we're going to throw in the chillies. The reason I'm going to throw the chillies in now is because if we did it earlier, they're basically just going to melt into the gravy. And what I want is to have to be able to identify the chillies when I'm scooping up the curry, so they won't quite disintegrate. And it's good that I've got such a high-sided stock pot, so we don't create a lot of mess. Right, so I'm going to time how long this takes to reduce down, and I'll get back to you. Right, so I'm about 20 minutes into bouno in the dish, and as you can see, loads of the moisture has evaporated. I really want to point out and stress how important it is that when you reduce down and bouno the dish, that you stay with the curry. I've done similar curries like this before, and if you don't, it's just going to catch on the bottom, burn the onions at the bottom of the pan. You can have a black charred layer at the bottom of the pan, and it's going to make the curry taste disgusting. So don't blame me. Right, so I'm going to prep the garnish now, as well as some coriander to go in the curry. Try and chop your coriander nice and fine, yeah? Garnish is really important in a curry. I mean, if you make your curries look nice, people are going to want to eat. I used to say, first of all, you feast with your eyes. I mean, have you ever been in a restaurant and they bring your curries over, and you know, you just can't wait to see what they've got in the pot for you, in the curries. Or somebody else might order some chicken tikka on a sizzle, and everybody can hear the sizzling and the smells coming out of the kitchen, and you're like, oh my god, what are they ordering? Oh, why didn't I order that? It's all for effect though. And this is looking amazing, really thicken that down. Remember, when you reduce this, you really intensify the flavour. And the reason we're reducing it is just so we're left with the concentrate, and that the onion becomes the gravy, all those onions that we used. So we're getting rid of all the water, sweetening the onion, sweetening the onion, sweetening the onion, developing the spices, infusing the flavours, and then you are left and only then you are left with the most amazing curry that everybody is going to love to eat. Remember what I said, do stay with this, don't let this catch on the bottom. Right, so what you should be left with now is just the salt that we've got left and the yoghurt. And don't underestimate the yoghurt. The yoghurt's going to give it a lovely, lovely, rich, deep flavour. Right, so I think that's reduced down enough. It's nice and sticky. You see the little craters of water. Take most of the coriander that we chopped, throw that in. Throw in the Greek yoghurt or the natural yoghurt. And the salt, give that a mix. Stir that in nicely. See the lovely texture? There you go. But all that's left to do now, just to improve the consistency. I mean, you probably could eat it like this if you really wanted to. But we want a little bit more gravy, so we're just going to add the last quarter of the jug of water that we had earlier. And then the final 15 minutes. Stir that through. Right, lid back on. Okay, so this is just about cooked now. I'm going to turn it off. I mean, look at that. It looks absolutely amazing already, doesn't it? Well, I'm going to dish this up and give you a lovely taste test. This is absolutely going to wow you, I guarantee that. As long as you don't make any mistakes, you follow all the instructions as I said, people are just going to love this. Look at that, it's amazing. Look how rich that is. That is amazingly decadent. That's one portion there. Right, let's dress this with some lovely bits of fresh ginger. You can't beat lamb and ginger with all the lovely spices. There we go. Just make little triangles here. That's it. And then just sprinkle over some lovely freshly chopped coriander. One Mughlai Mirchi Gosht. I mean, I just feel so excited. I'm about to try this. Clear your palate. Alexa, stop. I know it's the time. Thanks for reminding me. Right, here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Amazing. Oh my God, fathers. Oh my God. Oh my God, Claire Richard. So amazing. Absolutely. That is absolute. Oh God. Beautiful. Enchilada. Enchilada. I'm out and I'm out of here.